Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you?
Oh my goodness. I'm dead wrong. I'm dead wrong. I'm dead wrong for playing that. Because today ain't even to take me to the King motherfucking live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Ooh. And welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. What's up, you nosy motherfuckers? What is going on? Your girl Khadija is back in the building. Listen, I've been telling y'all I'm going to go live and I've been going. So I don't want no motherfucking smoke. Tiffany, that's right. Take me to the King. That's my song. I swear to God, I love that song. And sometimes, truth is I'm tired. Options of you. No, seriously, truth is I'm tired. So I love Take Me to the King. That's my song right there. Matter of fact, let me run my song back one more time. Just the intro. Just the intro.
I'm all churched out, hurt and abused.
Run it back one more time. One more time. Y'all just gotta get.
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you?
All right, one more time. It's the last time. It's the last time, y'all. It's the last time. Run it one more time. One more time.
Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few.
How many options you got, girl?
I'm trying to pray, but where are you?
No, that's my song right there. That's my song right there. That is my song right there. Tamala, you ate that, Tamala. You ate that. Truth is, I'm done. Because I'm telling you, sometimes the shit be happening in my life. And then don't let it be something repetitive. That's the first thought that come to mind. Truth is, I'm tired. No, let me stop laughing. It's not funny. Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot topics. Ladies and gentlemen, today's live is going to be Liddy again. I have a few topics I want to talk about, especially I want to talk about something I experienced over the weekend. I'm so excited to discuss this. So let me show you guys the video. Can I show you the video? Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Oh, I might have to go to. I know where I gotta go. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, I really want to talk about this because this was such a nice experience for me. This was such a freaking nice experience for me. Seriously. So hold on 1 second. But ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget to hit the thumbs up on the video. Yeah, let me show you guys. So I experienced this weekend. Let's look at.
Oh my gosh.
Did you look No.
Oh my
It,
gosh. Semi Saturday was
yeah,
so cute. And so was I. But anywho, these plans were so impromptu. It's not like I knew the week before I was going. I just said, hey, let's get it going. Anyway, I got up. I went to a West Indian restaurant in a village called Negril. I mean, I've been to Negril before, so it was no surprise there. It's just that I haven't been in a long time. What I can say is it was a little overrated and overpriced, but it was what it was. I had me a few drinks. They were a little watered down, but hey, it is what it is. Was what it was. I had some appetizers. I had the oxtail empanadas. I had the shrimp skewers. I had the mac and cheese. I mean, I guess. Anywho, I really was down there because I was going to or the Audible Theater to see the Devon Franklin one man show be true. Oh my God. This show was phenomenal. I was so impressed by this man's story. It's called From Breakdown to Breakthrough. If you haven't gotten a chance to see it, I don't know if it's still in New York, but if it's anywhere close to you, make sure you check this man's show out. It was so inspirational. I loved it.
okay, so yes, as I said, I personally loved it. I'm gonna let you guys see what Devon said about it too. Because I seen he had put up, yeah, here it is right here. He had put up his little truth is I'm down. Okay. No, it's here. Hold on, you guys. What is it for? No. Oh, Instagram. Yes. I was like, okay, Devon, I see you. So hold on one second. Let's hear what he said. And then I'll get into the deets about what I experienced at this show. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
I mean, come on. In what world am I on a marquee for my own one man show at the Meadow Lane Theater, the Audible Theater in New York City? It's unbelievable. I would have never thought. If you would have told me years ago this is what's going to happen, I would have said, you're lying. You have no idea. But here's what I need you to know. Like, this moment is not even a moment that I pray for. And this is really important because sometimes I think in our prayers, we feel like we have to cover every thought. But there are thoughts that God has for us that He's thought, that He's going to take care of. There are things He's going to deliver that you don't even have to pray for. All you got to do is just stay obedient, stay consistent, stay committed. I'm so grateful. I can't wait for y'all to see this show. There's a few tickets left for Friday, Saturday night. You got to see Be True. You got to see Be True. I believe it's going to be a night of hope, a night of inspiration. And, I don't even know what to say, y'all, other than, to God be the glory. Okay. We are here in New York City and here putting God on display. Yeah, it's amazing. So anyway, y'all, I'm rambling. I love you. Nothing you can do about it.
Okay. Okay. Let's start here. I did not have Devon Franklin to think about. Okay. I didn't have him to think about when he was making Good Husband. I didn't have him to think about when him working with Top. I didn't have Devon Franklin to think about. So this was just like divine, like I don't know, maybe this was God's divine happenings or some shit because I did not have Devon Franklin. I didn't even know Devon Franklin. Again, I didn't have him to think about. So being invited to this was like, I guess, okay, fine, no problem with me, right? So when I went to look up what he was saying about it, I was like, I mean, I guess it's okay. Like, I'm not too pressed to stress where I gotta be, what's the attire, boom, 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 boom. I ate that too. I ate that. Just so we clear. Ate that. So anyway, I went in expecting, because remember, he's also like a pastor slash preacher. So I kind of went in with an expectation of like, it's going to be very sermony, which I don't have a problem. Like, of course I've been to church before. I go periodically now. So that wouldn't have been an issue for me. So I'm like, okay, I guess, right? But he opened up the show letting you know, this ain't that ain't this, I ain't him. I said, I know that's the fuck right, Devon. He said, so don't expect no sermon and nor like that, because this ain't that ain't this, I ain't him right now. I said, I know that's right. So anyway, basically what he was saying was he just wanted to share his journey from breakdown to breakthrough, and how things are going now and what he's done new and just yada, 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 and the happenings of his life, because he feels like he has like a really, a really compelling story to share. And one thing that I love, and it's why I do a lot of sharing on my social media sites, is that's true. That's true. When you have a testimony, it's always good to share because you don't know when you can uplift and inspire another person. And I was very uplifted and inspired by his story. So anyway, let me hurry up because we almost 10 minutes in now to the live and we still got other stuff to talk about. Basically, he was sharing his experience from childhood to adulthood and how God has really worked some things out in his life. So one of the things that he shared when he first started, he started talking about his childhood, right? What I loved about that is because on the healing journey, and I don't know if it's just because I'm a logical person, but a large part of the healing journey for me, for anybody, because this is what I do also with my participants in Healing Hearts, is that I always need to make correlations, because when you don't make correlations, you don't make connections, and when you don't connect things, you don't know how things fell into alignment, and when you don't know how to fix them, right? So like, I'll give you an example. On my healing journey, I learned that I had a very, very unhealthy relationship with disappointment, right? And that came from my parents. So because of that, as I got older, that again, it played out in my young adult and my teenage and my young adult lifestyle, because it was more like, because I was disappointed so much by my parents and I didn't want to be disappointed ever again in life, it stifled me from reaching for things because they feared that it wouldn't happen for me. Right. So case in point, if I was in school, I didn't think I was going to graduate. If I was freaking at a job, I didn't think about getting a promotion. It would be those type of things I would stay away from, because in my mind, it's like, if it don't happen, the feeling of that disappointment that I felt from a kid is going to devastate me. Right. And so that caused me not to reach for things, because I was so fearful that those things wouldn't happen for me. And that came from some childhood trauma that I needed to resolve regarding my parents. Hence the fact that, why you guys know when y'all see me on camera, what the back of my wall says every time: what if I fall over, my darling, what if you fly? I had that because I finally addressed that unhealthy relationship with disappointment. So instead of me thinking that, what if it don't happen for you? Khadija, what if it does? Can you think that way? Right. So anyway, I brought that up to say, I like that in his one-man show, he was basically saying that he didn't call it a healing journey, but that's pretty much what it was. It was his relationship with God and him trying to get through his healing journey. And he was saying that he made correlations from his childhood to see how he got where he was as an adult. So he talked about his childhood. His dad was an alcoholic. And he talked about, how that positioned him in the family. He said that he was a middle child, and what he saw with that whole situation was that he has to be the good boy. He has to show up. He has to be the good boy. He has to do everything right. He has to, you know what I'm saying? So because of that, in adulthood, he got to a point where he didn't want to like ruffle any feathers or get under anybody's skin, and he wanted to show up perfect all the time because he has to be the good boy, and that comes from some of the things that happened when he was a kid. So I love that he was able to make that connection and correlation, because that's also how he was able to heal that, right? So he talked about he got his marriage to Megan Good. What I liked is that he talked about it very vaguely and very respectfully. And what I think all couples should do when they separate, especially because, when you're with a person and you love them, you care about them, when y'all separate, even if y'all separate and you're angry with them, the feelings of love and care don't go away. So I think you should still handle them with grace and compassion, and you shouldn't go around saying, fuck that person, fuck. That's just not cool. So I love the fact that he adopted that same attitude, and it seems like she did too, because when he shared, he just basically shared his part of the marriage that was messed up, and he left everything regarding whatever she may have done out of it. He gave her grace, and I appreciated that, right? And one of the things that he said was, like, in his marriage, because he had that I gotta show up good, I gotta show up perfect mentality from childhood, he went into the marriage that way, trying not to ruffle any feathers and trying to make her so happy, because I have to show up as the perfect husband, I have to show up as a perfect provider, I have to show up as a perfect protector. But a part of him also felt like, but I'm not being true to who I am, and I don't know how to express that, because from a little kid, I've always pushed that to the back, right? So anyway, he basically shared that it got to a point in their marriage where something was taking place and he wasn't happy with it, and he expressed it, and she said it would change, and it didn't. And he was like, at that point, he had to leave the marriage, and he was like, he was mortified because, again, if I get divorced, I look like a failure. And remember, I have to be perfect. I have to be a good boy. So he was like, he hesitated for a long time to file for divorce because it was like, I don't want to look like a failure. You know, I got to look like the good boy. But he was like, finally, he had to because he just wasn't happy. But he said, before he got into any new relationship, he went into therapy to address, I got to get all my shit together because I cannot let this happen again, right? So anyway, he talked about going into therapy, how the therapist really helped him, again, make more correlations about why he do the things that he do, yada, 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 yada. But he was like, in the meantime, in between time, you know, his life started to fall apart. His life started to fall apart. His opportunities fell by the wayside. His money dried up. He was living in a hotel. And he was like, you know, I was stressed out. And he said, he said, you know, he didn't curse or anything, but he was like, once he got grown, he said, I looked at God and was like, what the fuck? And I was cracking up because when he said that, I remember saying to the person I went, when he said, I said these 3 words, what the fuck to God, I swear to goodness, God, please forgive me because God knows I ask for forgiveness every day about this. But I remember going through some struggles in my life and my 3 words wasn't what the fuck. My 3 words was fuck you, God. God, forgive me. God, forgive me. God, y'all don't judge me. Y'all do not judge me. Y'all don't know my story. God, forgive me. God, please forgive me. I don't want nobody. That's what I said. That's what I said. That was my 3 words. God, please forgive me. And again, I'm not saying it's right. I ain't saying it's okay. I'm just saying, you know. Sorry. I'm just saying. What happened? What happened? What y'all gonna do? Come on now. Jesus at that time. Come on now.
Pieces, it's my offering. Take me to the
Come on, I was
King.
tired.
Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused.
Okay, so again, when he said his 3 words was, what the fuck? Like I said, my 3 was totally different. Anywho, I said that to say he was just basically trying to say, like, you know, he just, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it translated in his performance. You can tell that he's just at the core him a good person. So his whole thing was like, so if I'm a good person, why the fuck shit keep happening to me? Like, God, what's up? Where you at, bro? So he started talking about how, you know, he just stayed down, he stayed obedient. He started dating after a while. He got through his therapy journey. He was like, that shit was whack. He was like, so then his kind of dating lifestyle kind of dried up. And he's like, okay, well, listen, I'm not, because he said he was celibate for 10 years. I said, oh my God, that was so freaking cool to me because what I'm learning in my adult life is I require a man with discipline. That's one of the requirements. Before at the top of my list was protection and provision, and right underneath that is discipline. Right underneath that is discipline, because I've had experiences with men who don't have it and how your whole situation can fall apart because they're not disciplined. So for me, that's very, very important, right? In a husband, for me, right? So when he said he was celibate for 10 years, I was like, wow, that's what's up. That says a lot about his character, that he can really be disciplined enough not to get a pussy, right? Listen, take me to the King. So anyway, he was like, you know, again, he was trying, a dating world looked crazy. And he told a couple of dating stories. And he was like, at that point, he was like, you know, I surrender, God. Whatever you want to happen with my love life, you know, I want a wife. Leave me alone and let God work it out. And he was talking about, you know, how he met his new woman. And I don't know. It is freaking like a I don't want to say a trigger because it's not a bad thing. So I'll say like it always tugs at my heartstrings when I hear men, it makes me want to cry, right? When I hear men speak so highly of their women. Like, you know, like I don't know. And again, my dad always did it for my mom. My dad always did it for my mom. And hearing him do it for his woman, it always, I don't know, it tugs at my heartstrings because it also represents a woman being valued. you know, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Like, I feel like in any relationship, friendship, familial relationships, romantic relationships, you know, you should be valued. You should be valued by whoever you're in relationship with, because if not, what am I in relationship with you for? So to hear the way he spoke so highly of this woman, you know, it was so admirable. Like, oh my God, wow. And you could tell he values her, right? So he did stand, like, you know, he met this woman, his homeboy hooked him up, and he was like, listen, like, hey, step to the left, Chinozy ass, get in here. He was saying how, you know, he just was so mesmerized by her. Like, and he was like, you know, again, physically, she that fucking girl. She's that girl. He was like, she's beautiful. She's beautiful physically, right? So he was like, but it wasn't even about that. It was about her character, who she is as a woman. He was like, it was so, like, sometimes when you meet people that's so good, it's like unbelievable that they exist, because you live in a world where people are so fucked up. So he was like, you know, he like, oh my God, I want to marry you tomorrow, right? But he was saying that, you know, she basically was saying she came out of a long-term relationship. I think he said like 6 years. And he was saying, she was saying like, I can't rush into nothing. I'm still healing. I can't do this. So he was like, after she said that, she kind of like distanced herself a little bit. Like, she wasn't really responding to his text messages and his phone calls. And he was like, you know, he was feeling a little way, because he like, bitch, I'm digging you. Like, I can make you happy. Oh, what's up? You know, and I like, he sent her a voice note. And it was so crazy because he said the voice note was 8 minutes. I said, wow, look at me. Mine's be 10 some fucking times, right? But he was saying in a voice note, he was like, you know, telling her, like, what about, I'm not saying that you don't need to heal from your last relationship, but he was like, what about if God sent me to help you heal? Like, again, just you could honestly hear from everything he shared that he held this woman in high regard. He valued her. And that was a beautiful thing to hear. And then come to find out she was in the audience. So he was like, say hi, babe. And that was so nice and yada, 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 right? So he was like, you know, and in the process of him getting with her, all of his opportunities came back. Tyler Perry reached out to him to do a production deal with him. And it was Netflix, and it was this, and it was that, and it was that, and it was this. You know, God opened up so many doors. So he was basically saying that even though it didn't work out with Megan Good, you know, that wasn't what it was supposed to be. But other than that, you know, things did start to work out. Things did start to work out. And his whole thing was like, listen, you know, I know when you down and out and you feel like God don't hear you and don't see you and he don't recognize you and he forgot that your prayers is going down to the devil and not up to him. He basically was saying, like, don't believe that. Just stay in it, stay on it, stay obedient, and God will have your back. And God will have your back, and he will give you all your heart's desires. Just be patient and trust him. And I was like, oh my God, this was a perfect time to see. Like, it was just such a beautiful freaking testimony. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So what he said in the end was, because this, he was saying that this is going to go on Audible. I have Audible. That's where I listen to my books at for the book club. He was saying that, you know, it's going to be on Audible in January, but I don't know if he's taking this one-man show to different cities. I would suggest that he should, because even you hearing it is going to be beautiful, but seeing him and the way he reenacted everything, I was so freaking impressed with his performance. I was so impressed with his performance. It was a beautiful thing to watch. So I hope and pray he continues to go city to city and make all the money in the world with his testimony, because it was a beautiful thing. And let me tell you something else. This is how you know God works in divinity, right? Because I'm standing looking at this man and I'm like, I could fucking do this. I can do this. First of all, I could tell stories like no other, right? I'm very entertaining. I'm very charismatic. And also, you know, I can also talk about my testimony and my journey. So again, it just opened my eyes to more opportunities and more ventures for me to embark on. So I looked at that and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up, because I could do this. I could do this. What he's doing right now at the drop of a dime, I can do that. I'm not afraid to talk in front of people. I'm not shy, you know, getting up there and just, especially when I'm knowledgeable about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my own experiences. So I think that, you know, that was also by God's design for me to go there. So listen, God is doing his big one too. Again, I don't know what's going to happen after this weekend regarding the show. What I do know is if it does open up in other cities and you can go there, or if it comes back to New York, or if it does come to Audible after the new year, please check it out, because it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, and I truly, truly enjoyed. Okay, we got to move right along. All right, so now we got to get down and dirty, and then people fucking business. All right, here we go. What's going on? What's going on? Let me look at my email. Wait a minute. What people? What was going on? People was acting crazy. So Stunner Girl, I don't know if you guys know who Stunner Girl is, and Anna Mac. They're like from the reality TV world, but it looks like they was beefing, and let's see what was going on. I was like, what is this? Hold on, y'all. Wait, what is this? Okay, let me see if I could share my screen so we could talk about it. Seemed like you might have been terrorizing this fucking girl. Truth is, I'm down. All right, so let's see. Oh, what's that sound? Did that already. Here we go. Anna Mac says she will take legal action against Stunner Girl after allegedly being targeted in robbery by men she claims was sent by her. Suzanne Brown, this is Anna Mac saying this. Suzanne Brown, I will see you in court. You are a very vile woman. You gonna put one man. I love Anna Mac, girl. I like Stunner Girl too. This is the end of your Stunner Boy tour. You really went out your way to send 3-4 men at me to rob me and try to hurt me. You are evil and miserable. And then you have them shoot at the house and not have a care in the world if it will hurt bystanders. This to me is evil and sick. I wish you the worst, but you have to live with yourself. Good night, y'all. Thank God. After we go through this, I want to say something, Anna, because you're my niece, but I still got something to say about you, sis. All right, let's see. Not okay. See how that works? You laughed at something you had nothing to do with. Now I'm laughing at your situation. And by the way, I'm home, babes. Just play. This was Stunner Girl saying, just playing the same internet games you love to play. You clearly don't know the law. You can't put me in jail for trolling. If that's the case, all of y'all will be under the jail. I know you're sick and spiraling about your situation, but it's entertainment. I don't know what you're talking about. And keep up with your lies. You just said I wasn't there. You said the people who robbed you didn't run down on you, and they wasn't on no tough shit. Now you want to say you scared for your life and making up another story. Good night, Bookie. Now, Anna, you my niece. So come to the front of the congregation, Anna, because you my niece. Come to the front of the congregation. And I want to say something about this, right? They said that Stunner Girl is a savage, big blood egg, all that, right? I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling y'all what the street said. But whether she a blood egg or not, and if she is a savage, Anna, you ain't really too much savage mode. So you got to stop talking because you runs that mouth. You runs that fucking mouth. You runs that mouth. You don't shut up. You can talk and talk. You say some of the most nasty and vile things as well. You just call her nasty and vile because she acted on some of the shit she be saying. But you got to stop talking too. Because one thing I know about growing up in the hood and living in the ghetto is that ain't too much talking going on. I remember I went outside trying to talk. And they was like, man, what? Bitch, shut up. Flow. Oh, wait. I thought we was arguing for 3 days. Bitch, we don't argue for 3 days. We get down and we boogies. Let me tell y'all a story. Sidebar, right? So when I was younger, I come from a non-violent household, right? I know it's people that was touching them with their mammy and their pappy and the whole house jumped them and all that. Baby, I don't come from that. I come from love, not survival, sugar. Don't get mad at me. I was raised up. I wasn't dragged up. So leave me the fuck alone, right? So in my house, you can say whatever you want. That don't give nobody the right to touch you. You can say whatever you want, right? So now, let me let y'all know something. I didn't grow up in NYCHA. Plaza was privately owned always. So I didn't grow up in NYCHA. Sorry, I didn't grow up in NYCHA. No shade, I didn't grow up in NYCHA. So again, that wasn't my experience, but Plaza is no different from the project. Let's be clear. Let's be fucking clear. They function just like NYCHA. Let's be fucking clear. Okay, let me just say that, right? So anyway, I fucking went outside to play double dutch, right? And I'm about, let's give it 11 at this time, right? Going outside to play double dutch. My mother like, now, okay, now it's your time. Girl, you too chubby and fucking chunky. You need to get out there and get some activity going. Carry your ass outside and jump rope. So I'm like, I ain't got no problem with being active. I'm lit. So I goes outside to be active. Boom, here we go. I'm ready to jump rope. I'm ready to do my biggest one. I got this shit, right? So when I get out there, Toots, shout out Toots. Shout out Toots. Shout out to Toots, my motherfucking girl. But Toots introduced me to the streets. Toots, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, sis. But Toots said you got to get ready and be ready. And now it is ready. I was like, oh, shit, wait, bitch. But yeah, Toots introduced to the streets. So what happened was I get outside. Remember, I'm pudgy and chunky. So I got to do some fucking cardio. So my mother made me stay from sun to sundown to do this fucking cardio. So I'm out there jumping. And plus, I've always been an active fat girl. Like always, my whole life. I remember back in the days when me and my other homegirls, we had niggas in other places. We walk into where they at, 500 miles away. We don't care. I've always been an active fat girl. So when my mother came with the whole go outside and play rope, bitch, I got you. I'm lit. I'm outside. What's up? So I went out there, right? So here we go. Boom, double dutch. Double dutch. So now I learned how it go. How it go is 3 people play. 2 people turn, 1 person jump, right? Now, the 1 person get 3 times. 1 jump, turn again. 2 jump, turn again. 3 jump, that's it. Now you got to move on and let one of the turners get their jump. Now, how the jump rope works is it's on, where's my remote? It's on open hand, one part of the jump rope, because it's like a wire. You're using literally like a wire. So one part of it is open hand, and then the other part is closed hand. I used to like to, it didn't really matter to me. I could turn with either one, but I'd rather the open hand one because I could navigate how the person jumping and help they little experience go better, right? So I was like, okay, boom, got it. I always used to run to the side with the open hand because I prefer that, right? This day, it was me, Toots, and this girl named Keisha, right? So we playing the rope. Boom, shakalaka, laka, boom, shakalaka, laka, boom, shakalaka, boom, right? So Keisha get her jump. Boom, ati. Toots get her jump. Boom, ati. I get my jump. Boom, ati. Toots went again. I forgot for whatever reason why I wasn't Keisha again, but it was Toots. So Toots went again, and Toots only got 1 jump. Cause something with her and Keisha, because both of them bitches was alley cats. They was outside already. They was outside. They was out city. I was in the house, cocooned in the shell, in the shelter, being loved on and caressed. I was raised, not dragged, right? So anyway, when it was Keisha go again, Toots went down and I went down and got the open end of the rope. So Toots was like, oh no, I'm turning with that part. So in my mind, I'm like, well, bitch, how? You didn't, I got here first, so how would you be turning with this part? Yeah, so she was just letting me know. Like, she wasn't asking or nothing. She was letting me know, like, yeah, sis, put that down and come down here. I'm turning with that part. And she continued one conversation on the other side. I'm sorry? Absolutely not. So I paid her no fucking mind, continue holding the rope. So she walked over to me. She was like, hey girl, hey. I just told your little chubby ass that I'm turning with this part, so why are you still here? So again, remember, my mouth can go. So I'm like, what you mean once I'm here? I'm here because I got here first. And I start popping my shit. Toots, I'm telling you, these bitches was outside before me. Toots slid that part of that rope up out of my hand so quick and slapped the shit out of me with it. Flow! I was like, oh my God, oh my word. Listen, I don't resort to violence immediately. In my household, we was loved. What the fuck is going on? Girl, me and Toots started locking. Boom, chakalaka, laka, akalaka, boom, chakalaka. I didn't want to do this, but I had to. I fucking had to because I can't. For me, I would have been talk, argue until next week. Toots said, absolutely not. It's lit. Where we pitch the tent is where we have the circus. Bitch, I didn't want none of this. I didn't. But guess what? You're going to have it. So I said all that to say, Anna Mac, you need to shut the fuck up. Because what you want to do is keep talk. Motherfuckers ain't got time for talking. They running down and getting down. And you got to be prepared up in this fucking stuff. What you want people to do, get ready and be ready. So, okay, niece girl, don't try that again. I'm keeping you uplifted in prayer because I'm telling you, you don't want my situation where Toots just got me in formation quick. And from then I learned Girl, you talk in a house. You rumble outside. Okay, next subject. What we had next on the wait a minute, this was so sad. I want to show y'all what the hell is going on. Like, I'm not here for this. What is going on? So y'all saw this? I was mortified. So it says, no, this is sorry, y'all. It says but I think I gotta click. Shake my head. 2 men, including a 14-year-old boy, arrested for kidnapping Jamal White and holding him for $100,000 ransom. Boy's mother was allegedly a known drug dealer who flaunted money around, court docs say. So give me 1 sec. Let me see something. But we gotta get this together. Hold on 1 second. This is crazy. People crazy. I hate this for them. All right. Hold on 1 sec. It's IG, right?
Plan was to rob Jamal White's mother, according to suspect Corey Williams. Williams was arrested and charged with 3 felonies for being the driver last Friday. A 14-year-old boy and 38-year-old man were also arrested. Williams claimed Jamal's mother was a known drug dealer who flaunted her money. Williams drove his girlfriend's Jeep. The other 2 brought guns, but when they did not see Jamal's mother, they went to his father's house to rob him instead. Surveillance video shows the 14-year-old and 38-year-old jump out of their car with guns drawn. When Jamal's father ran inside, they grabbed the boy. Video from a neighbor captured his screams.
Oh my God.
The kidnappers sped off to Williams's house. The 38-year-old called Jamal's mother and demanded $100,000 plus jewelry in exchange for the boy. They were to meet at a nearby park. Jamal later told police he heard his mother on the phone say she would come pick him up, but he teared up in the interview when he said she never showed. Williams told investigators the other 2 kidnappers talked about hurting Jamal to show they were serious, but that never happened. When an Amber Alert went out around midnight, the other 2 left Williams's house. And when police moved in on the duplex the next day, Williams hid in the attic. Jamal was safely recovered in the upstairs unit. Williams was found and arrested. The 14-year-old was later arrested at his house. A black handgun was found under a couch cushion in the basement. The original plan was to rob Jamal White's mother, according to suspect Corey Williams. Williams was arrested and charged with 3 felonies for being the driver last Friday. A 14-year-old boy and 38-year-old man were also arrested. Williams claimed Jamal's mother was a known drug dealer who flaunted her money. Williams drove his girlfriend's Jeep. The other 2 brought guns, but when they did not see Jamal's mother, they went to his father's house.
So wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I gotta clarify some shit now. So let me get this straight. 38-year-olds playing robberies with 14-year-olds? Y'all gotta leave me alone. Y'all gotta leave me alone. Y'all have to leave me come here. That is more than a 20-year age gap. What the fuck? You know what? See, this is what y'all always do. Y'all always do this. Y'all always round me up on these lives and then act like I be overreacting. Absolute, yo. So I have questions, right? Where was the parents and the guardian of the 14-year-old? Because how the fuck do you get around a 38-year-old and they are able to sit with you and plan a whole full-fledged fucking robbery? But you know why? You know why? I'm going to tell you why they was able to do it. Because these kids are being left unattended and raising themselves because, bitch, we outside the night. Bitch, we outside the night. So if your mother and your motherfucking father is outside, they don't know what the fuck you doing in the house. Meanwhile, you got another, or outside the house. Meanwhile, you got another motherfucker molding you to do shit like this. Do fucking better. So I'm sick of it. I'm telling y'all, no, now you're not getting me tonight on this live. Y'all not getting me tonight on this live. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting my pressure raised. I'm not playing this dangerous game. I can't. Wait a fucking minute. Sidebar. I want to discuss the man that got sucked up in the machine by the chains. Oh, I was mortified when I seen that. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. This was mortifying. Hold on. Now, this life is getting hard out here. Life's hard like it's a dumb blonde white bra. Like, I can't. Okay, let's talk about this. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I said, wait, what? They was like, yeah, he got swept up in a machine and all this bullshit. What is going on? Truth is, I'm not. All right, here we go. 61-year-old man dies after being pulled into MRI machine by a 20-pound chain on Long Island.
McAllister says her husband, Keith McAllister, died after he was sucked into an MRI machine at Nassau Open MRI in Westbury.
I'm not able to sleep.
Mm.
I'm barely eating.
Mm.
I just can't believe.
Mm. Ooh.
I still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing.
Oh.
He waved goodbye to me.
Ooh.
And then his whole body went limp.
Adrian said after she'd had an MRI on her knee Wednesday, she needed help getting up. She said she asked the technician to get her husband.
And I yelled out Keith's name. Keith, come help me up. Come help me up.
She said the technician went to get her husband and brought him into the room, despite the fact that Keith was wearing a 20-pound chain around his neck with a large lock that he used for weight training.
They were standing there laughing and joking before he even came to the table.
When Keith got closer to Adrian to help her up, Adrian Jones McAllister says her husband, Keith McAllister, died after he was sucked into an MRI machine at Nassau Open MRI in Westbury.
I'm not able
yeah, we saw it.
sleep.
Hold on, I gotta go to the next one.
I'm barely.
She said the unthinkable happened.
At that instant, the machine switched him around, pulled him in, and he hit the MRI.
Adrian says she and the tech tried to pry Keith off the machine, but it was impossible.
I'm saying, could you turn up the machine, call 911, do something, turn this damn thing off?
Adrian said that this was not the first time she and Keith had been to Nassau Open MRI, and she said he'd worn the big chain here before.
It's not the first time that guy has seen that
I
chain.
would say he wore a big chain here before now. Truth is,
They had a conversation about it before. Oh, that's a big chain.
Adrian said Keith, a hardworking man who always gave his all, suffered several heart attacks following the incident. He was 61 years old.
And I loved him so much.
Reporting, she said the unthinkable.
It says here, the man was reportedly wearing a large metal chain and was pulled into the machine. According to ABC, the man was not a patient but walked into the MRI room while a scan was in progress. The police say the man was at the hospital with someone else. He was sucked into the machine due to his large metal chain and later passed away. If this was a chain that was wrapped around the neck, I could imagine any kind of strangulation injuries that could happen, asphyxiation, cervical spine injuries, if the patient was slammed against the MRI. You know, any kind of blunt force trauma that we can think about could happen, said Dr. Payal Sood. Authorities are currently investigating. I got questions. I have questions. I don't know. Okay. I mean, okay. I will say this. I'm not even gonna lie. I got questions. I got.
I don't have much to breathe. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused.
Yeah, I'm not trying to judge. I'm a little confused about it. Why, like, okay, girl. Okay, I'm trying to go to heaven and not to hell. So I'm gonna keep him uplifted in prayer. I was a little concerned about that story, right? Okay, so we got another motherfucker. Listen, it was going down this weekend. It was going down this weekend. So we need to really check on what is going on because I'm confused. But okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. Let's run it. Lord have mercy. We got another story. Let's discuss. Because I sometimes, okay. Truth is, I'm tired. How about that? I ain't even going, so good. Let's see.
Look at like, bro, you're not even in a car. If you was in a car, it would be different. You understand what I'm saying? This nigga pulling a fucking file with Braxton. I don't know how I don't care. I started for work. I'm not circling the box 5 times. Nigga for work time. Look at this bitch ass holding with a Braxton. Get out of my way. Look about you holding up a garbage can. Out of here. You're a brother. Get out the way.
I'm not going nowhere.
Get out the way. Get out the way.
No, I'm
Get
not.
out the
I'm
way.
not going nowhere.
Get out the way.
No.
Girl, come keep trying to let somebody come first. They not perfect. God ain't not perfect. And God will make it work. My car will be here every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. He works tight every day. Every day he will come first. I'm not looking for, I'm not so bitch, you're mad. Oh, shut the
I wonder how it resolves. Who's going to give up?
My son. If he was a guy, now he's a girl.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I thought it was a girl.
No.
Oh,
The black. But she's mother from him.
Oh, not your monkey. Not your monkey. Who sucked at the
Look, this is a boy. Yeah.
No.
Not too many. No.
They're all getting. Do not.
They let you where they get no fucking drop it.
I got it. Wow.
Oh, you want to suck it? Oh. Wait a minute. Not a monkey, bitch. Oh. Not so suck your dick. Oh. Look at this.
Look, this is a boy. Yo.
Look at this.
Yo.
No.
No. No. See, and again, we have now stepped into an era where men feel very comfortable with putting their hands on women and vice versa, right? And vice versa. I'm not going to make it seem like it's only men, because women have come into that space too, because they thinking like you're not supposed to do nothing bad. This violence, what is this? Absolutely not. Look, what was that? Yeah, no. This is disgusting. Steph said they dead ass jumped her. That's a grown ass man. And then they did an interview saying they're traumatized by the negative reactions they're getting. Oh, you are? Wait, let me get this straight. You're traumatized? Oh, the fuck would you be? See, this is the type of stuff that Stephanie, why would you tell me they said that? Why would you want to rile your good sis up on this good old Sunday? This is the Lord's Day, girl. Don't rile me up, because y'all not going to say y'all traumatized. Y'all are not going to say y'all are traumatized. Absolutely not. Fuck is you traumatized about? Being a fucking dumbass? First of all, they ran out there. The mother is ignorant. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these people. I'm just tired. Like, you entertain fuck shit and sit around and act like the fucking victim. No. All of them should be arrested. They all jumped to. They all should be fucking arrested. They all should be arrested. They all should be fucking arrested. This is disgusting. That was disgusting. And you hear the mother come out. You a monkey. Suck my dick. What? Absolutely not. I can't. This was nasty work. This was nasty fucking work. But anyway, let's get on to your man Shannon Sharpe. Stephanie, don't tag me. Don't tag me, Stephanie. And Tiff said, yes, the mother said the trans daughter was misgendered. That's why she's traumatized. Bitch, I'm traumatized when y'all, all three of y'all died. You know what, Tiffany? You and Stephanie have a goal tonight. To take me out of here on the Lord's Day. I see what the goal is. But you know what? I'm not going to let y'all do me like that. I see what's going on. And y'all not going to take me out of here on the Lord's Day.
It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you?
Yeah, absolutely not. Y'all ain't gonna take me there. Y'all ain't shit. I see what y'all trying to do. Nah, and see, I don't want to start calling these motherfuckers all types of names on here. I really don't want to go there. I really don't want to go there. So nope. We gonna check on Uncle Shannon, Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay, I think you a fucking nut. But let's see what you say. Lawsuit accusing Shannon Sharpe of sexual assault settled, lawyers say. Ooh. Pro Football Hall of Fame member Shannon Sharpe has resolved the lawsuit that accused him of sexually assaulting a woman during their relationship, her attorney said Friday. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. Tony Busby said on X, meaning the suit can't be refiled. No details were released. The lawsuit filed under the pseudonym Jane Doe has sought $50 million. What? Sharpe called the allegations false and disruptive when the lawsuit was filed on April 20th in Clark County, Nevada. He stepped away from work at ESPN on April 24th, but had pledged to return by the start of the NFL preseason. A phone message seeking comment from Sharpe's attorney, David Chesnoff, wasn't immediately returned Friday. The woman first met Sharp at the gym in Los Angeles in 2023 when she was 20, and a nearly 2-year relationship followed. According to the lawsuit, Sharp, 57, was accused of raping the woman in October 2024 and in January 20. I fucking can't. I can't. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship, said Busby, who also represented a number of women who filed lawsuits against Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. After protracted and respectful allegations, I'm pleased to announce that we reached a mutual agreement upon resolution. Sharp was a 4-time All-Pro tight end who played on 2 Super Bowl winning teams with Denver and one with Baltimore over 14 seasons from 1990 to 2003. He was voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. He retired as the NFL's all-time leader among tight ends in receptions, 815, receiving yards, 10,060, and touchdowns, 62. Those records have been broken. Sharp has been a staple on TV and social media since retiring. He's left FS1 sports debate show Undisputed in 2023 and joined ESPN soon afterwards. I know that they say a lot of celebrities settle because they don't want to deal with the fuck shit. So maybe that's why Uncle Shannon, Uncle Shay Shay, aka, did that. I just don't know. I just think it's sad to keep putting yourself in predicaments where your character has to be in question. Because that's another thing. Like I said, I'm not saying it's right or it's okay for these people to, air quotes, make up lies or exaggerate stories or dramatize things for what they really weren't. But I also think that just like with Diddy and many other people who get caught up in these situations, you give people things to dramatize. You give people things to exaggerate. So like case in point, Diddy, you were involved in a freak code. You're giving them the ammunition to put you in these predicaments. And Uncle Shay, that's probably why you settled, because you know that, again, you're not probably as guilty of all the things that she was claiming, but some things you are guilty of. And those some things is the ammunition that you give them. What is this fetish these men have with these young girls? What is that? That's predatory. That's predatory. I'm nervous. What is the infatuation? You don't think that me as an older woman, and all older women, you don't think we see YNs? You don't think we find them to be attractive, but then you think about it. What the fuck I'm gonna do with you? Like, what am I gonna do with you, bitch, other than push you on the tin and nurse you? Like, nah. Like, what is that infatuation with dealing with them? And but whatever it is, y'all go ahead and have at it. You see the situations that get folks in. In any event, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching an hour, and I promise I wouldn't keep y'all here much longer than that. I just want to check in and go lit at 6. Make sure I let y'all know I'm still in the biz not eat. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I enjoyed this live. I feel like we addressed an array of topics. I felt like it got good, it got gritty, it got emotional, and I'm always here for having good content. So I'm gonna check back in Tuesday. I told you, I'm trying to stay focused. I want to talk about the Chi. Oh God. Oh my God. I cannot watch this whole Emmett Darnell Jada storyline. I am breaking trying to watch that, but I'm still watching because the Chi got me in the chokehold. I want to talk about the Chi on Tuesday. I'm gonna watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta's reunion at 8. So we're gonna talk about that on Tuesday. I'm not watching Basketball Wives. I can't, y'all. Y'all feel me? And I can't with the mother-daughter dynamic and the fuck shit and the Jackie and I can't. Evelyn and I can't watch these old bitches perform. And don't get me wrong, I know it's some old bitches that do this and they don't even get paid for it. But at least they're getting paid, but it's just still so distracting and destructive, and I'm not impressed by it. I don't want to see no old bitches acting an ass. I want to see old classy bitches. I want to see you lit. I want to see you looking young and vibrant. I want to see you showing me about the new bag, the new car, the new credit line, the new business you start. Like, I want to see those things. I can't watch them all because that shit is petty and corny. And then whatever. So yes, I'm gonna watch that. Let me know what other shows you guys are watching. I'm not watching Love Island. Like, you know what I realized also as I'm getting older, I'm not here for the whole antics where you screw everybody on the cast to see who dick is better and who coochie tastes better. Like, I cannot do these shows. I can't. I'm too old. I'm too grown. It just don't impress me. So in any event, Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what shows you have. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video. I always appreciate you guys participating with me. Like I said, I'll be back Tuesday to, get the fire. And I'm trying to stay focused. I want to drop a Dear Deja, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. I love you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Mwah. I hope to see you soon.